James Corden. He's not American, but he is fantastic. He's bringing the Late Late Show to London this week for the last time. I say big sigh on that. The host has confirmed he'll be leaving his show here on CBS next summer. He has an all-star lineup for the show this week. But first, our Charlie Daggett to turn the tables on Corden in the country where he was born.
James Corden has taken the show on the road and across the pond.
It is so great to be back, to be in my hometown.
Returning to London for the first time in 3 years and the last time ever. And we got a chance to switch sides with the star.
Mr. James Corden.
Charlie, how are you?
Welcome to the show.
This is wonderful.
Welcome to the show.
I've never done this before.
Neither have I.
I've never done, wow.
I've always
This
wanted
is quite
to.
the experience.
How does it feel?
Well, I understand now when guests say this isn't a very comfy couch. It isn't, it's true.
Among the London leg features carpool karaoke with Lizzo and a segment from the Oval Office as the president's PA.
Mr. President.
Well, how are you?
I'm very well, so good to see you.
But Corden will soon be bowing out,
This will be my last year hosting the Late Late Show.
calling it a day on late night after an 8-year run.
I don't know if I'll ever truly realize what we did with this show, how far the odds were stacked against us, and how we just managed to somehow pull it off.
Seems like you're getting emotional.
How can you not? It would be, it would be weird not to be. Where I was so absolutely definite in my head that we would be on the air for 3 months and then be fired. It wasn't an if, it was a when.
Instead, the Late Late Show and the host himself, a relative unknown in the U.S., went stratospheric, in part by blowing up the internet. The carpool karaoke with Adele alone racked up more than 250 million views. And there aren't many people on the planet who get invited to joyride in a jet with Tom Cruise.
Talk to me, Goose. Talk to me. Talk to me, Goose.
But there is one particular highlight that struck a chord with Corden.
The carpool karaoke with Paul McCartney in Liverpool, I sort of knew when we were doing it that we might be capturing something special. I remember turning to my best friend Ben, who's the exec producer of the show, and saying, that's the best thing we'll ever shoot. If my granddad was here right now, he'd get an absolute kick out of this.
He is.
Like, all of these things, you're like, if these were auction prizes, I think they'd go for millions and millions of dollars. If an auction prize was Tom Cruise will fly you around in a fighter jet and he'll be Maverick and you can be Goose.
But James, my friend,
Yes.
that brings us to the big question. Why? Why are you leaving us?
I don't know what else we can do. We can't jump out of another plane with Tom Cruise or drive down Penny Lane singing Penny Lane with Paul McCartney or shoot carpool karaoke's with Adele and the First Lady. You have to make a decision and go, I never ever wanted this to be something I was ever bored with or just a thing that I do.
Whether the next thing he does takes place in America or takes him back here to Britain, he won't say. But late, late night won't be the same without someone like James. For CBS Mornings, Charlie Daggett, London.
He is going to be so missed. I'm so glad we
is.
still have another year. Guess who he really wants for carpool karaoke?
Who?
The one person he hasn't gotten.
Who's that?
Guess. Queen Bee.
Oh, Beyonce. Oh, that would be
I
good.
so hope she'll do it. I so hope she'll do it
That
as
would be
his
amazing.
final year. He's gotten everybody else that he wanted, but he's left us with such a legacy. What I think is so great is we didn't know who he was,
Right.
had never heard of him, and now everybody adores this man, myself included.
Yeah.